This evening we'll be covering a story of betrayal between couples, best friends, and family members. This story has so many twists, it's too difficult to believe it actually happened in real life. Aliases and locations will be used to avoid any illegalities in reporting on this story. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get the latest crime stories from around the globe. So buckle up and get ready to dive into the world of crime and evil. Tonight's story begins with a success story of an immigrant that decided to leave his home country to build a better life for himself. A new foreign land with great opportunities. John was able to establish himself as a local businessman. His hard work and dedication resulted in a loving family, which consisted of a wife who he met through family members from his home country and 3 beautiful children, 2 boys and a girl. The older 2 children, Chris and Sandra, were as focused as their father. They did excellent in school and both traveled abroad to complete their post-secondary education. However, the youngest, Adam, was not so dedicated. The black sheep of the family, Adam was barely able to graduate high school and was more into the party life and staying out to the early morning, especially with his best friend and partner in crime, David. Adam's father, being so frustrated with his son, saw no solution to his youngest child's behavior and life choices, so he arranged for him to meet his friend's daughter from their home country. On a summer vacation, Adam met Rosa, and love was in the air. They spent every single day of the summer vacation together. So high on love, the couple decided to tie the knot and for Rosa to travel with Adam. Adam's father overcame with joy and happiness, thinking this will solve everything, and that Adam will transform. Blinded to foresee the gruesome future resulting from this decision, threw the couple the biggest, most glamorous wedding. The summer vacation was over, the marriage was a blast, and all traveled together back home. Rosa, so full of life, focused and eager to make something of herself and build a comfortable, happy nest for her new family, found a job within months. She was thriving at her new job, making new friends, and making a great income. Adam, on the other hand, went back to his old habits of partying throughout the night and still relying on his father financially. A year passed, and there was no change in Adam's behavior. This only made his father more frustrated and upset. Finally, one day he decided to cut Adam off. He called him into his office, and they sat for an hour discussing the problem, and finally came to the conclusion that there will be 0 financial support from his father. This decision was fueled by the father's love towards his son, and hoping it would correct Adam's way of life. But it was also because the family business was going through tough times, and not thriving as it once did before. Adam was imminent. He has been living this lifestyle throughout his entire life, and he was not going to change his ways. Adam found himself a new cash cow in his beautiful wife, and started leeching on her for his party lifestyle, which at first she, being the loving wife, did not mind much, thinking it's just a one-time thing or a phase. But after a while, she was not happy with the new situation and decided to face Adam and stop his nonsense. They argued and fought, so Adam, in an attempt to calm his wife down, shared with her his secret plans for the financial stability for their future. Adam said, "Don't worry about money. My father will soon pass away and I will sell off all my inheritance. That will provide us with enough money to last us a lifetime." Overwhelmed and not knowing what to do, Rosa decided to complain about Adam's behavior and told his father of their problems and Adam's little secret plan. The father, furious of what his beloved youngest son is thinking and conspiring, called his lawyer and changed his will, where Adam was to be cut off totally. Once the new will was in effect, the first thing the father did was to inform Adam of the new arrangements. Family finances are always evil's secret ingredient to crime. We have a disappointed father, a frustrated wife, and an angry son in the mix. In what will the mix of all 3 result? Let us find out together. Adam was boiling with anger, out drinking with his lifelong friend and partner David. Adam confided in his buddy and told him he decided to murder his betraying wife, and that he will need his help getting rid of the body. You would think David would say, "Forget about it," or "Let's sleep on it." But nope, David was on board. "Let's do this. How can I help?" Adam asked David to pass by his house at 2 a.m. on Friday to help get rid of his wife's body. Friday comes. At 2 a.m., David is waiting for his best friend's call. But he doesn't call. So he calls Adam, and Adam does not answer. He decides to go knock on the door, and Adam opens the door saying that he was washing up and getting ready to call him. He had already murdered his wife, and they can move her body. David goes in the house to find Rosa laying on the floor. He steps closer to check for her pulse and finds she's still alive. You would think he would help her, or decide to change the outcome of that evil night. But some friends are just as evil, if not worse. He puts his hands on her neck and chokes her till she's dead. Together they move the body and dispose of it in a secluded area. You would think this is the end of our story, but there's still more twists that will blow your mind away. Adam decides to travel and leave the country till the whole story blows away. David decides he's staying in the country and that there's no need for him to leave. A couple of weeks passed and they both are feeling safe and thinking their plan was airtight. What the two evil characters in our story didn't know is the local police have found the body and are already hot on their trail. After identifying the victim to be none other than Rosa and that Adam left the country within the same estimated time of death, it was clear Adam had a hand in this. The first person to be interviewed by police was Adam's father, who told the police all they needed to know about Adam and his friend David. Luckily to the justice system and to Rosa, David was still within their reach. Getting a DNA sample from David, and through forensic evidence, David admitted to the crime and agreed to a deal to help bring Adam to justice. David would get in touch with Adam and tell him that the case has gone cold and that he should come back. After months of comforting Adam and encouraging him to return, Adam decided to book a flight and head back home. As soon as the airplane landed, Adam was in handcuffs, realizing that his best friend betrayed him. Still, not the end of the story. Bear with us as we give the final conclusion of this evil, twisted story. For this story to end, we will need to know a little about David's past. David was on a visitor's visa. He barely spoke the language and was unable to read the language at all. So while in prison, awaiting their court date, Adam came up with a new plan. Adam was able to get a formal letter drafted by a lawyer in which it states that David was the sole individual responsible for Rosa's death, and that Adam only helped him dispose of the body. Adam took that letter and told David this is a letter explaining his role in the crime, and that Adam was the person responsible. Adam told his friend how sorry he was and wanted to take full responsibility for the crime. The lesson is you should only trust so much. David was admiring his friend's sacrifice and wrote his name and signed the paper. Sad, but happy that this will give him a lesser sentence. A week passes by, and as they're in court, David gives the letter to the judge. The judge reads the letter and is shocked. He asks for a translator from David's embassy to come in and asks the translator to ask David if this letter was signed by him and if he knew what the content of the letter entails. The translator asked David, and David responded proudly that yes, it's his signature, and yes, he knows what it entails. The letter was admitted in the court, and sentencing was scheduled for next week. David was happy and looking forward to his sentencing, only to be surprised that he received the death penalty, and that Adam only got 10 years of prison with a possibility of parole. Not understanding what went wrong, and through the help of the translator, he discovered his best friend's betrayal. You thought this was the end of the story, but nope. Still, the story continues. Planning his revenge, David calls on the general prosecutor and claims he has information about a cold murder case that happened 4 years ago. This is the final twist of the story. David sits in a meeting and provides the police with specific details of a murder case unsolved for a female foreign worker that was choked to death. He informs them that he and Adam were responsible for that murder, and the reason why Adam entrusted him with the plan of killing his wife was that they did this once before. The police went back and ran DNA tests and gathered evidence that supported exactly what David had informed them. A month passed by, and both David and Adam found themselves in court again. This time, both received the death penalty, and both are currently in prison awaiting their ultimate demise. We hope you enjoyed tonight's story. So what are your thoughts on this gruesome crime? Tell us in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get the latest crime stories from around the globe. We will see you in the next video. Till then, akalakaboo, and thank you for watching SAFA Global Reports.